Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Kathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we are following Route 66 through Albuquerque, New Mexico. And there is a ton of stuff to see in Albuquerque.
That's right.
So come along, let's get things started.
Thanks.
Now, the first place we stop at today isn't an old relic of Route 66. This was just built in 2003, but it was built with Route 66 in mind. It's actually right on the old road, and it has everything from a convenience store to an express casino, a full casino, RV park. But there's 3 arrows going down, so I guess they made up for the one missing at Twin Arrows.
That's right. And they've totally embraced Route 66.
Oh, yes. Look at the entrance to the hotel. I love the sign there. And when you go in, that is their front desk.
It looks very 50-ish.
Oh, yeah. And all of the Route 66 around the entries. This is one of their Irish pubs. This is their auditorium, and look at those exhaust pipes lit up there. There's our friend from Jackrabbit. There's the sign from Roy's. There's so much of Route 66 in here that we needed to bring this to you. This, when you walk in, the police car up there on the right, the other car coming out of the wall at the back. They've just done such a beautiful job keeping the theme of Route 66 alive.
That bright and colorful.
Mm-hmm. And there's even a little bit of Area 66 there too. And right behind it is their RV resort. Now, this goes way back, so I couldn't get real good shots there for you, but it looked nice and it looked big. And just almost across the highway from that casino is the old Rio Querco Bridge. They do have a little parking area there at the end of it. And it's an impressive old bridge.
Yes, it is.
It was actually made, I believe, in Kansas City. And the parts then were brought in and assembled there.
It's so amazing when you think of it.
Oh, I know, especially in the time the bridge was done, back in the 1920s. Now, Route 66 sometimes is its own direction. This time it runs exactly parallel with Interstate 40. And we move on in on historic Route 66 to the Elvado Motel. And this is really a unique way to use an old motel. Out front, they have an area with seating, and they have little restaurants out there. So instead of hotel rooms, then there's a section that is gated off, and the motel rooms are in the rear of the complex.
So it's like a food court.
Yeah, it's like having your own food court at your hotel.
Yeah.
And there were also hotel rooms down the side where it wasn't so secure, so those are now shops also. They've done a beautiful job restoring a property.
I love the architecture.
Yeah, they came up with a great use for it. Now, Oldtown Plaza, that's a favorite of ours. We've been to Albuquerque once before. In fact, we do have a video on it. But we're just going to take a quick trip here around the square at Oldtown. And again, this is right there off of Route 66, the original road.
Yeah, the sign on the road says the plaza, Oldtown Plaza. And then when you come back in, you find this beautiful little square.
And it's got all kinds of And they're all old buildings, but
Yeah.
old style shops. All the way around there's a couple of restaurants. We went to a snake
Museum. Yeah.
while we were there the last time.
To educate ourselves.
That's right. And then
The real jewel.
yes, you're right. The real jewel on going around the square right here. That is just beautiful. And there's more in-depth look at that again on our Albuquerque video. Back into Route 66. This is Madonna on the trail. This is actually the first of them that we found. There are 12 of them along the trail. But this is all about the pioneer women moving their families. And it's a beautiful statue and a great inscription there. Now, we made a quick stop at the Doghouse drive-in. This is one of the typical drive-ins of the day. And everything there lights up with neon at night. It fits right in with Route 66. And they have won all kinds of awards from Food Network and everyone else there for the best hot dog in New Mexico. This is their inside dining. It's just a very small counter and a few booths. It was messy, but it was good. And I think a chili dog has to be messy to be good.
Absolutely.
Now, on downtown, we come across the KiMo Theater. This is an unusual building because a lot of theaters were built in the Art Deco style or Art Deco mixed with maybe an Asian Oriental type theme or something like that. This was actually the Art Deco mixed with the Southwestern, and that's a very rare combination on these theaters.
And it's beautiful.
Oh, it really is. And it's still active. They've got a show that's going to be going on there 3 days after we filmed this. That's just the entry, and it's incredible. And it's been very well taken care of. So thank you for preserving. Now the 66 Diner, this place is terrific. And we went past it later in the day, and you talk about being parked full for the evening meal. This place really has the reputation.
And it's a neat building.
It is. They've got like one of the old drive-in boxes there by the door. And this is what you see when you go inside. The booths, the counter. Yeah, I mean, this is just such a step back in time, down to the jukebox. And they've got a couple sections of dining area. They can seat a lot of people in there. The one on to the back was my favorite.
Of course.
The gas pump, the front of the car. And this is all over at the side of their parking area. All kinds of road signs from Route 66, as well as some car hoods and trunks. Now, here's a way to repurpose. This is the Triangle Park Police Station, and this substation was originally the Valentine Diner back in the 1940s, and it's been repurposed. They call it Triangle Park because it's a little triangle-shaped piece of land, the way the roads converge there, and they've turned that into their police substation there, and with a little park, and it's really a nice way to reuse something from Route 66 and keep it alive.
That's right.
This is a shot here of the park. From there, we decided just to head west through Albuquerque, and the west side of Albuquerque on Route 66, I think, looks the most like Route 66.
Yeah.
You'll see a few of these motels that the signs are there, but the building is long gone. But you'll also see some absolutely incredible buildings that you can tell were from the heyday of Route 66.
That's right. This was quite a drive.
Yes. Albuquerque's it covers a lot of land.
Yes, it does.
And especially east to west. And going across town in Gallup was 10 miles. I hate to think Albuquerque's probably close to 20.
At least. A little bit of traffic and some traffic lights, and you can it can take you a little while from get to one end to the other.
Yeah, absolutely. But those buildings that you see along here, you can tell that they have seen a lot of changes on that highway there in front of them.
That's right. Now, as the highway exits and goes up into the mountains, there was a part of the road that sang for you.
That's right.
I understand that doesn't do that anymore.
I believe that it got to the point where it had to be repaved. We did get to travel that the last time we were in Albuquerque.
We did get to record it, yeah.
And that is actually part of Route 66.
Yes, it is.
So check back on that video. We'll have a link to that at the very end of the video. And you'll learn even more about Albuquerque. But it really is. It's a big city, but it doesn't really have a big city feel to it like a lot of them do. And it's nice to see how they have hung on to the Route 66 heritage.
I love seeing the mountains.
Mm-hmm. And the mountain men.
That's right.
Or in this case, a converted muffler man.
That's right.
You never know where these are going to pop up. Well, Cathy, we've spent the day going through Albuquerque on Route 66. What did you think about everything we've seen?
This has been amazing. I'm really enjoying this. So much history, and it's just so much fun. It's the biggest city we've been through since we left Los Angeles.
That's right. It's a lot of small towns along Route 66, but going west to east across Albuquerque is quite a distance.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And there's a lot to see, and we've shown you the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot more to see. So allow yourself extra time when you hit Albuquerque when you're going across next year on the 100th anniversary of Route 66.
That's right. That's right.
So if you've enjoyed the video today, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, watch for the button up in this corner. Tap that button and ring the notification bell. You'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.